Konnichiwa! Richard here, the creator of the Top Hat Gaming Man, welcoming you to something rather special today, the first ever Top Hat Direct. Yeah! So I've got all sorts of exciting news cooked up for you today, but before we get to that, I first want to thank all of you amazing people for supporting this channel over the years. It honestly means the absolute world to me. Each and every one of you watching at home are so important to me in so many different ways. Your support is essentially invaluable in my day-to-day life. So I'd like to thank each and every one of you who regularly tune into what I do. And on top of that, all the amazing people who continue to back the channel on Patreon and enjoy the incentives I provide. On the basis that I'm eternally grateful for every viewer and every Patreon backer that I have decided that I want to give more going forward to every single person who watches this channel. What I mean by this is whether you're a backer or not, you will get more. The first significant change I would like to announce is in regards to my Discord server, which back in April I made bespoke for my patrons. As of today, the server is now open to everybody to use, and we have all kinds of great discussion subtopics in which you can indulge in. If you want to talk retro gaming with myself, then you can go ahead. Want to talk about the nonsense involved in modern gaming? That's there too. So I would like everybody who's watching right now to click the link in the description and accept the invitation what's there, and then we can start talking maybe even tonight. And with regards to the Discord, there is one more thing I would like to mention. Everybody who signs up tonight will gain access to my exclusive Crom Fire Emblem emote, because you can't have a direct without Fire Emblem. So my next big change applies to the fine people who back my channel for $1 a month over on Patreon. What you are currently receiving is access to my Discord, voting rights on future uploads, and early access on my content before everybody else. But in addition to everything I've just mentioned, going forward you are also going to gain access to a few brand new Patreon $1 exclusive, Patreon all-round exclusive Discord rooms, where you will get to speak to me in voice chat, which means once a week I'll be there to answer questions in person, voice to voice, and we can all sit together and have a nice cup of tea. So once again, I would like to thank everybody who supports this channel all in their individual ways. From the simple viewers to the $1 patrons, you all help me out to no end. But now it's also time to say thank you to the $5 plus patrons as well. So in addition to having access to the patron only Discord rooms, in addition to voting rights on all content, in addition to early access on all the videos I upload to the main channel, in addition to the credits you already receive at the end of each and every one of my videos, I've also got a brand new fantastic reward for each and every one of you. You're not just going to get one brand new Top Hat Gaming video a month, you're not going to get 2 a month, you're not even going to get 3 a month. You're going to get 4 brand spanking new videos straight to your Patreon account every single bloody month. What I mean by this is each month I'm going to be producing 4 separate docu-style series covering various aspects of gaming history. So one particular thing I have noticed over the last year running the channel is many of you seem to absolutely adore beat 'em ups and their history, as do I. So with regards to that, I've decided to expand on the concept somewhat by producing one brand new exclusive Patreon series for you revolving around beat 'em up characters, and this new series is going to be referred to as Beat 'em Up Biopics. The first episode is all about one of my favourite female protagonists in all of gaming. It's Blaze Bloody Fielding. And if you want to learn even more about this woman's fantastic, impressive life, then get over to Patreon right now, as this video is available as of right now. So if you want to hang around and watch the rest of this video, you will be able to find a link to my Patreon page in the description and as a pinned comment. One thing I always do with this channel is listen to each and every one of you's feedback. And although I know the majority of you seem to love the beat 'em up videos and you adore the fighting game content, there is still a portion of you who have been around here for a really long time and absolutely loved the Failed Console series I used to produce on really obscure pieces of hardware. This has led me to want to reintroduce failed consoles. However, I could not achieve this feat solely on my own, as most of the failed consoles I have not covered yet are so obscure few people have them amongst their collections. However, that does not matter, as I'm calling in a little bit of help. So now I would like to introduce to you the man who will be helping me out with this project. So without further ado, I would like to introduce to you all, or reintroduce if you're already acquainted, the dashing, the daring, the courageous and caring Kwang of Asobi Tech.
Hey there, this is Kwang the X from Asobi Tech. As well as being an indie game developer, I'm a passionate retro game console collector. I've been collecting now for over 25 years, and I'm on a mission to collect one of every single officially retail released console. The reason I've been collecting is to help preserve the history of these consoles, including the boxes and the packaging, because that's all part of its history. Not only do I collect Nintendo, Sega, Atari and other big major players, but all the consoles. So that's consoles from companies like Bandai, Casio, Epoch, Entex, Magnavox, and many others. I enjoy helping spread the word about all these retro gaming consoles, so I've loaned them out to various retro gaming content creators, Top Hat Gaming Man himself, and they've used them in many of their videos. I've taken my retro gaming consoles to many events, to conventions, to the museum, so the retro gaming community can experience them, see them, play them, and enjoy these marbles, no matter how rare they may be. Please enjoy this video as we highlight one of the many consoles that are available. And remember, you stay awesome.
So we have lots of fine consoles to cover amongst Kwang's fine collection, but first I would like to introduce to you a beast from my personal collection. The bloody Atari 5200, an absolutely huge beast of a machine. With regards to this device, it is rather notorious for its ridiculous size and the fact it appeared within an episode of The Angry Video Game Nerd. However, despite its constant ridicule, I still feel there's a fair amount of points regarding this system that have become grossly overlooked over the years, so we're going to give this system a bit of a fairer look amongst my videos covering a plethora of platforms and a cornucopia of consoles. My video covering the history of the Atari 5200 will be arriving exclusively on Patreon on November the 24th, 2020, when we look at the failed beast in detail, so be sure to tune in for that. The third exclusive monthly series I am going to be launching over on Patreon is going to be Top 10 videos. Now, whilst this may sound rather generic and boring on the surface, I'm actually doing this for the complete opposite reasons. I've decided to start tackling top 10 videos to allow me to talk about subjects in a much wider context, rather than being stuck down talking about single particular niches. For example, next week is going to give me the opportunity to talk about my love for the JRPG genre, something I never get the opportunity to talk about on the main channel, because at the moment the only thing the algorithm and some of you lot seem to like are my fighting game videos and my beat 'em up videos, so I never get to talk about my love for those Japanese games. So within that video I'm going to count down the top 10 JRPGs each and every one of you need to play before you die. This video on turn-based brilliance is going to be available to all of you exclusively on Patreon as of the 1st of December. Ho bloody ho. Now, the fourth monthly gaming show I would like to announce for Patreon is bringing things a lot closer to home. So I'm producing a little show I would like to refer to going forward as Micro Mondays, where we look at various games and home computers which were popular in the UK throughout the 1970s, 1980s and early 90s. Which means I can call on all sorts of experts I am close friends with, and I've already lined up for the show the likes of Dan from Slope's Game Room, Kim Justice, Old Style Gaming, and the Amstrad expert himself, Bloody Novabug. Now, despite everything I just mentioned to you regarding the concept from my Micro Monday show, we're actually going to go even further back in time than that for the first ever maiden episode. There is one man who I can think of in all of gaming who does not get the credit he deserves in the gaming sphere. In my opinion, this man has contributed as much as the likes of Nolan Bushnell, Miyamoto, or every other bugger we can possibly think of. He's also credited with saving planet Earth from the bloody Nazis. He's the man who broke the Enigma code, and not only did this man play computer games, he bloody invented them! Now, considering all the clues I just gave you, I'm going to assume most of you have put the pieces together to realise exactly who I'm talking about. However, if you're yet to do that, I suggest you become a $5 Patreon backer to make sure you find out. It's Alan Turing. Anyway, this episode on the distinguished gentleman will be released on Monday the 7th of December, because how can you make a Micro Mondays episode if it was on a Tuesday? So, thank you so much for joining me today and listening to everything I've got to offer over the next few months. Just to fully clarify, if you're just a regular viewer of the channel who wants to watch my continuously uploaded content, nothing is going to be changing whatsoever on the main channel. You're still going to get your 2 in-depth videos every single week, which I'm going to continue to make sure I upload. I really do want to try my best to entertain all of you as much as possible, no matter how die-hard you happen to be about gaming or this particular channel in general. I really want to try my best to provide something for everyone. In fact, I'm so passionate about giving back to you, is the only other idea I had was to open an OnlyFans. Would you like to see my cones? So right, that's everything. Thank you. I guess I'll see you all soon on Patreon. So from now, see you next Tuesday.